Hello guys, it's your Monday market review from the trading plan, and we're going to take a look at the cannabis sector. So we have the chart of HMMJ, and as you can see here, we just broke out of this long base here since we broke out in sort of end of November of 2017, and we've had this impressive just over 100% gain, which is quite impressive for an ETF. Usually you see this for individual stocks, but because it is the marijuana sector, we've seen this big explosive move recently. I think what we're seeing right now is just a little bit of consolidation in this space. Looks like we're forming some sort of a bullish pennant pattern, and I think as long as we can sort of stay within this pattern and stay and not break below this trend line, I think we do look bullish on the long term. Because we don't have much data, because it is a newer sector, I'm just drawing these temporary trend lines here. It can get broken, but for now we just have to work with what we have. So again, on this RSI indicator, we are holding this trend line here, and I think as long as we can stay above this black line, and I'm hoping that in the next few weeks we sort of just zigzag in here, and then maybe we can break higher to new highs. If I do a quick fib here, I think as long as we can stay above the $18 level, it looks good, constructive and bullish in the long term. So yeah, it's just a matter of consolidating these gains. So we'll take a look at Aurora Cannabis, which is one of the bigger players. Same thing, we had a nice run end of 2017. We got some resistance around the $15 level, and we're sort of trading within this uptrend channel. As long as we can stay above $9, I think we're still good in the long term. Again, on the RSI, we are holding this trendline level, and also on the stochastic, we are sort of nearing a buy point on the daily chart at least. On the weekly, I mean, we do have this bearish divergence that we got, and that's probably why we're experiencing some selling recently. And again, I think as long as we can stay above this line, we should be fine. If we don't and break lower, then I think potentially we can go some of these low levels. We sort of don't want it to break below the $9 level. So I guess we're gonna have to see how the sector does. Other players is Canopy Growth. Same thing. It's forming this bullish pennant pattern similar to what happened back prior to November, or prior to December, before it broke out. So it's just sort of springing here, and there's sort of a consolidation pattern, and we're seeing the same thing happening here. And I think it's just a matter of time before we do go higher. Obviously, we wouldn't want it to break below, I'd say 26. I think if we stay above 26, it still looks bullish in the long term. Other big names is Aphria. Oh, not that. Aphria. So again, all these charts look very similar, forming this sort of a consolidation bullish pennant pattern. The stochastic is at a low, and yeah, as long as we can stay above 17, even if we can stay above 15, I think it's still constructive in the long term. All the names in the sector look very similar. So the Supreme Cannabis Company, I just broke out of space. It looks a little bit hectic in here, but if we can hold some of these levels here, the 2.2 level, we should see higher prices. OGI, once again, broke out of this really long base, and is just consolidating the gains. Some of the other names that we have is IMH. Oh wait. So same thing, we're seeing very similar patterns across across the sector, and I think they're pretty much all going to move together. And then once the legalization comes around, then we would actually know which companies are, you know, making money. As of right now, the only company that has positive net income is Aphria, and is also one of the bigger names. The other companies, they're growing their revenue, but they still don't have positive profits or profits. So again, it's just a matter of time. Right now, you just have to watch the price action and the technicals to get, you know, your buy and your sell levels. And I think we're just gonna consolidate maybe till maybe end of February before we do go higher. So thank you guys for watching this Monday market update from the trading plan. Stay tuned for more videos. See you guys soon.